Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well. We are getting ready here for the video of the week for our first math lesson. It's 11.2 and it can be found on page 437. And if you notice today, I don't really have a lot going on here. All I did is I put our learning target for the lesson, which is I can measure perimeter. And then I also have this bad boy, which is a tape measure. So some of you may have a tape measure at home. Some may have a ruler, an actual inch ruler. And then some people may not have either. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a couple of different options. That way everyone can participate in today's lesson. So one, if you have a tape measure, awesome, use that one because that's what I'm going to be using today. If you have an inch ruler, please feel free to use that as well. And then if you don't, what I'm going to show you is, everyone take a look at my finger here. You see where the little fingerprint wrinkle is right here in the top of your finger and then up to the top of your index? Look at that. Now, I know that your guys' fingers are a little bit smaller than mine, but this is about 1 inch. So I'm gonna have you guys use that if you're trying to measure the perimeter of whatever object you're gonna be looking at today. And then the last option, and I would suggest this if you don't have a tape measure or if you don't have a ruler, what you can do is you can just estimate what you think the sides are instead of using your actual finger, because that may be harder, but I know some of you would probably like doing it. If you'd rather just estimate what you think the numbers are, that will be fine as well. So what I want everyone to do is I want everyone to take a look at page 437, and we're going to be taking a look at the unlock your problem. But before we do that, I'm going to read the very top. It says you can estimate and measure perimeter in standard units such as inches and centimeters. So for today, for the unlock your problem, we're actually going to be using the standard unit inches. Everyone take a look at the unlock your problem. It says find the perimeter of the cover of a notebook. For us today, for this particular, we're gonna pretend like my dry eraser board is a notebook. Then it says activity, materials. You need an inch ruler. Again, I went over some of the different options. I'm gonna be using a tape measure. It says, step 1, estimate the perimeter of a notebook in inches. Then record your estimate. Okay, so it says, for step 2, use an inch ruler to measure the length of each side of the notebook to the nearest inch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start doing that right now. So as you can see, I have my trusty tape measure here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start recording the different sides, and I'm gonna actually put it down as well. So for the bottom of my dry eraser board here, if you take a look, it's hard to see, but it's actually 11 inches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my marker, and just right here, I'm gonna put 11 inches. Okay? And then what we're gonna do is, if this is 11 inches, then what is this up here? Okay? We know that is 11 inches as well, because this is a rectangle. You're not always going to have that luxury in some of the questions that you're going to be asked today. Then what we're going to do is we are going to measure this. Okay. Take a guess right now. Do you think it's bigger or smaller than 11 inches? If you said it was bigger, you are correct. We have 14 inches. And again, we know that this side is also 14 inches. I'm going to abbreviate that. You guys remember what abbreviations are? Okay, we've learned that earlier in the year. So we have 11, 11, 14, and 14. Now, you have to go back to your knowledge of lesson 11.1. How do you find the perimeter of a plane object? In this case, it is the dry eraser board, but if you have a notebook in front of you and you're doing that, that is completely fine as well. Yours dimensions may be different. So what I like to do the strategy I like to use is because I love my doubles facts, is I would put 11 plus 11, okay, and then put my 14 and my 14. Because remember, we need to add them all together, all right? And then we need to find out what this equals. So for all my doubles facts people out there, going back to our double-digit addition from 2nd grade, 11 and 11 is 22. And 14 and 14 is 28. Now, again, if you want to set it up differently, like I know some people like to stack them on top of one another, right? If you want to do that, that's completely fine as well. Is there only one way to solve a math problem? Absolutely not. Now, for this, 22 and 28, I know that a lot of you guys are really amazing at doing mental math, and that you can look at that and then you can just tell right off the bat what the sum, notice my math vocab, what my sum, not my answer, my sum, if I put 22 and 28, the add-ins 22 and 28 together, what is the sum that it gives me? But for this particular problem, just to help everyone out at home, we're gonna stack them on top of one another. So 28 plus 22. I like to separate my place values, and I like to put my regroup box, how do we say it, guys? Up on the roof. To 8 plus 2 is what? Single digit addition, 10. So the 0 comes down here, but where does the 1 go? Up on the roof. Then we have doubles fact, 2 plus 2, but don't forget about the 1 that we had to regroup is 5. All right, so the initial question for the learning target, and then we got all of the different dimensions. We added them all up to find the perimeter. Ready? Watch this. What is the perimeter of this dry eraser board? 50 inches. All right? So I hope this video helped you out. There are going to be some more challenging questions in the Share and Show and the On Your Own, but you guys are going to do fantastic. I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions or concerns, please post them in the discussion. Remember what we say, teamwork makes the dream work. Put yourself in a position to succeed, and you guys have a lot to be grateful for. Miss you guys. Peace out.